Nevada, one of the most famous states in the United States, is widely recognized for the dazzling allure of its cities like Las Vegas and Reno. These cities have become global tourist destinations, known for their vibrant nightlife and entertainment offerings. Towering skyscrapers illuminated by bright neon lights define the nighttime skyline, while the constant hum of slot machines and pulsating music from casinos create an atmosphere that draws millions of visitors each year. Nevada is often considered a paradise for those seeking endless entertainment and excitement. However, beneath this glamorous exterior lies a darker side of the state that is seldom talked about. From rampant prostitution to severe environmental exploitation, Nevada carries a troubling legacy that contrasts sharply with its glittering surface. Behind the glitz and glamour of Nevada's nightlife, there exists a startling reality. While Nevada is unique in being the only state in the U.S. where brothels are legal, this hasn't eliminated the problem of illegal prostitution. In fact, it's estimated that around 90% of all prostitution in Nevada occurs outside the legal framework. Rather than reducing the underground market, legalization has often obscured a vast network of human trafficking spread across the state. Nevada also holds the dubious distinction of having the highest rate of commercial sex activity in the U.S., with a figure 63% higher than the second-ranked state, New York, and double that of Florida. Major cities like Las Vegas have become hubs for sex tourism, which indirectly fuels the demand for sex workers. Unfortunately, this demand has led to a far more sinister issue: human trafficking. Research from the London School of Economics has shown that in regions where prostitution is legalized, human trafficking tends to increase. Nevada exemplifies this troubling trend, as many sex workers are marketed with disturbing terms like fresh meat or daddy's little girl, emphasizing their youth. Alarmingly, around 72% of sex workers in Nevada show signs of being either underage or part of larger criminal networks. Even today, Nevada's attempt to decriminalize prostitution is fraught with complications, exposing the deeper systemic corruption that continues to take root and expand throughout the region. The reality is far removed from the polished image Nevada projects, reflecting a state grappling with issues of exploitation and inequality that are often overlooked in the public eye. Las Vegas, a city that rises from the Nevada desert, is often referred to as Sin City for good reason. Known globally as an adult playground, it lures millions of visitors each year with the promise of endless entertainment. The glimmer of its casinos, the lavish resorts, and the constant hum of the nightlife create an allure that's hard to resist. But beyond the flashing lights and the grandeur, there exists a darker side to Las Vegas, one that's hidden from the casual tourist's view. While prostitution may be one of its most notorious shadows, the city is also deeply entangled in drug trafficking and other forms of crime that thrive in the underworld of Las Vegas. Beneath the surface of this neon-lit paradise, Las Vegas is home to people who once came with dreams of turning their lives around, only to be swallowed by the city's darker temptations. One such story is that of Steve, a 64-year-old Vietnam War veteran. After years of struggling with post-traumatic stress and falling into the grip of cocaine addiction, Steve now finds himself living on the edge of survival. His pension, once enough to sustain him, has been drained by his habit, leaving him to beg for change on Fremont Street, hoping for the kindness of strangers to get by. The sex trade, while often glamorized, plays a central role in this hidden underworld. People like Brandy, a sex worker on the streets of Las Vegas, navigate this dangerous landscape daily. Beyond her work in the sex trade, Brandy also supplies drugs to her clients and fellow workers, illustrating the tight-knit connection between prostitution and drug trafficking in the city. Away from the noise and chaos of Las Vegas lies another of Nevada's most intriguing sights, Area 51. Nestled in the dry Nevada desert, about 135 kilometers north of Las Vegas, Area 51 has long been shrouded in secrecy and surrounded by speculation. This remote military base, officially known as the Nevada Test and Training Range at Groom Lake, has sparked countless conspiracy theories, with one of the most popular being the existence of extraterrestrial life. Since the 1940s, there have been numerous reports of unidentified flying objects in the skies near Area 51. These sightings added fuel to the belief that the US government was hiding alien technology, allegedly recovered from a UFO crash. The secrecy surrounding the site only increased public fascination. In 1959, the Reno Evening Gazette ran a headline titled, "More Flying Objects Seen in Clark Sky," which further ignited public interest and fed the growing mythology of the area. Despite decades of speculation, it wasn't until 2013 that the US government officially acknowledged the existence of Area 51. Thanks to the efforts of Jeffrey Richelson, who submitted a Freedom of Information Act request, a small amount of information was finally declassified. The government revealed that the secrecy was largely aimed at keeping Cold War-era military projects hidden from the Soviet Union, rather than extraterrestrial technology. However, even with this admission, the air of mystery remains thick around the base. Area 51 continues to be one of the most secretive and heavily guarded locations in the world, drawing both curiosity and skepticism in equal measure. Nevada's rugged landscape, with its vast open spaces, holds more than just the bright lights of Las Vegas and the mysterious allure of Area 51. Hidden in the desert plains are remnants of a bygone era: ghost towns. Over 600 ghost towns are scattered across the state, standing as silent witnesses to Nevada's rich yet tumultuous history. Each of these abandoned towns tells a unique story of boom and bust, a testament to the fickle nature of fortune in the Wild West. One of the most famous examples is Rhyolite, located on the northern edge of the Mojave Desert. Once a bustling mining town, Rhyolite's story is emblematic of Nevada's mining boom. It was founded in 1904 by prospector Frank "Shorty" Harris, and within a few short years, it transformed from a fledgling settlement into a prosperous town. At its peak, Rhyolite boasted 18 grocery stores, 50 saloons, and modern amenities like indoor plumbing and electricity, a rarity for the time. It seemed destined for greatness. But like many towns built on the promise of precious metals, Rhyolite's fortune faded quickly. By 1910, the mines that had fueled its growth began to fail, and just a decade later, the town was nearly deserted. Today, visitors to Rhyolite can still explore its crumbling structures, which stand as haunting reminders of the town's fleeting prosperity. The ruins tell a story of ambition, hope, and ultimately, decline, common themes in Nevada's ghost towns. Beyond its historic ghost towns, Nevada also holds another title, the state with the highest divorce rate in the United States. This distinction is largely tied to Las Vegas, which has long been known as a destination for spontaneous weddings, offering everything from charming chapels to quirky drive-through ceremonies. For many, the city's appeal lies in the allure of a quick romantic adventure. Yet behind the neon-lit promise of instant matrimony, there's a more sobering reality. Nevada's divorce rate stands at 4.2 per 1,000 people, placing it at the top of the nation's list for divorces. It's not surprising, considering the impulsive nature of many Las Vegas weddings. Couples often make quick decisions to tie the knot, only to later find that those decisions were made too hastily, leading them to the divorce courts. But impulsive marriages aren't the only reason for Nevada's high divorce rate. There's also a growing shift in how younger generations view marriage. According to recent surveys from the Thriving Center of Psychology, 2 in 5 young adults in America believe that marriage is an outdated institution. Millennials and Gen Z in particular tend to see marriage as expensive and unnecessary for a fulfilling relationship. This evolving attitude contributes to a higher likelihood of divorce, as many couples enter marriage without the same sense of permanence that previous generations held. Hoover Dam, often hailed as one of the greatest engineering feats of the 20th century, stands tall as a symbol of American ingenuity and ambition. Spanning the Colorado River at the border between Nevada and Arizona, this colossal structure continues to serve as a vital source of hydroelectric power and water for the southwestern United States. However, beneath its monumental exterior lies a history steeped in hardship, sacrifice, and tragedy. Stories often overshadowed by the dam's gleaming legacy. Construction of the Hoover Dam began during one of the darkest periods in U.S. history, the Great Depression. Thousands of desperate men flocked to the harsh Nevada desert in search of work, hoping to find stability in the massive public works project. But what awaited them was far from salvation. Workers toiled under brutal conditions in the unforgiving desert heat, with temperatures soaring above 120 degrees Fahrenheit, nearly 49 degrees Celsius, in the summer, only to face bitterly cold, damp winters. Despite the backbreaking labor, their wages barely matched the enormity of the task. The toll on human life during the dam's construction was staggering. Official records state that 96 workers died during the project, but many believe the actual number is much higher. These fatalities were largely the result of poor safety protocols, which were commonplace during the 1930s. The extreme working conditions, combined with the rush to complete such an ambitious project, created a dangerous environment where accidents were tragically frequent. Beyond the human cost, Hoover Dam also left a profound impact on the environment and indigenous communities. The damming of the Colorado River led to the flooding of vast swaths of land, much of which had been home to Native American tribes for centuries. Thousands of acres of sacred land and burial sites were submerged beneath Lake Mead, erasing parts of the cultural and spiritual heritage of these communities. The dam's construction, while a marvel of engineering, is also a stark reminder of the heavy price that progress sometimes demands. Nevada is not only known for its cities, dams, and deserts, but it also holds the title of being one of the driest states in the United States. On average, Nevada receives less than 10 inches of rainfall per year, a stark contrast to the national average of 28 inches. To put this into perspective, states like Oregon, which enjoy much more precipitation, can see up to 43 inches of rain annually. For Nevada, rain is a rarity, and its absence has shaped much of the state's character. About 80% of Nevada's land is classified as barren, dominated by dry, arid landscapes of sand, rock, and sparse vegetation. The extreme heat, particularly in regions like the Mojave Desert, makes Nevada an inhospitable place for most plant life, leaving little opportunity for lush gardens or fertile farmland. This scarcity of rainfall has long been a challenge for the state, making water conservation a critical issue for its residents.